Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Special Pillars. It's your girl, Rhoda Eche. Today, I'm going to be giving you some beautiful ideas for a breakfast party. If you want to do something and you don't want to do lunch or dinner, this is what I did for last Sunday's Mother's Day for my family. This beautiful spread on this table. Let's dive straight in. Okay, so I started on Saturday night to prepare the things I would be needing, and it's Sunday morning. Everybody's up, the kids, are just making the house warm with their noise and laughter and everything. And I'm getting ready to start. I'm going to talk to you about the things you're seeing shortly. I don't mind saying I roll out of bed and I roll up. Ooh, stretch my back and legs. Well, now what did the younger me become? I make some coffee and play. So, as I was saying, the previous night I had prepared the cinnamon roll and gotten it ready to bake and popped it in the freezer. I had also prepared my French toast, okay? In advance, I mixed a mixture of cream, milk, eggs, cinnamon powder, nutmeg powder, sugar, and salt, right? And soaked my bread slices in them in an oven dish, right? And popped in the fridge overnight, okay? So that they can soak up all the goodness. And in the morning, I just brought them out from the fridge and the freezer and I put in the oven to bake at 350 degrees for 1 hour, roughly 1 hour. Okay, for the French toast, you're really just aiming for a really golden, brown, crusty outside. Okay, until there is no moisture left in the oven pan. Okay, in the oven dish. Okay, and then while that was working in the oven, I set out to prepare the salad. So for my salad, I am using lettuce, fresh lettuce. I mean, they said they had already washed this. I usually get this mix from Costco. It's really large and the vegetables are really very fresh. They said they washed it 3 times, but I don't trust anybody, so I had to do my own washing. Okay, so I'm using fresh lettuce, cherry tomatoes, kiwi. Okay, the golden kiwi, that's the one you want. That green kiwi, I don't like it. So the golden kiwi is really the lovely, it has a very nice, beautiful taste. And then I'm using some mandarins as well. Basically, I think they're called tangerines. Yes. So just it gives a difference. You can use anything for salad, really. So what you want to do is to put the fresh lettuce down in your whatever pan, your salad pan or whatever you're using, and then you are going to slice the kiwi in rounds, okay, flat rounds, and then you're going to line around on top of the fresh lettuce, and then you're going to just toss the mandarins. Okay, after you remove the outer peel, you open them and you separate them into different cloves, and then you toss them over, and then you also toss over your cherry tomatoes, and that's it, right? So I'm going to cover this with a cling film. Look at this, looking very colorful and beautiful, and put that in the fridge. The next thing that I'm going to be doing after that is to prepare my dressing for the salad. Yes, I make my dressings myself if I can, right? So I'm using for the dressing, I will be using balsamic vinegar, olive oil, black pepper, salt, and freshly squeezed lemon, just half of a lemon, and some maple syrup as well. Or you can use honey if you like, but my honey wasn't really enough, so I'm using maple syrup for sweetener today. That's good as well. So it gives it that sweet and tangy taste. Okay, it makes your salad really come out very well. Anyway, I will finish making it. You are going to have to whisk everything together with the olive oil until they become one. That's what is called emulsion. Okay, it emulsifies, and then you are going to pour them into a tiny little container for salad dressing and put that in the fridge, waiting for when every other thing is ready. So I'd forgotten to take my thyroid supplements. I am taking thyroid supplement for life. Every morning I have to take them before eating anything. Sometimes I tend to forget, but as long as it's taken before food, it's fine. Anyway, so yeah, I'm also getting ready to fry some pancakes, and I have a lot of pancake recipes on my channel, but I'm going to be putting one link to a video for you. Now, we are trying to have a little bit of everything. That's the aim for this breakfast table, right? Or breakfast buffet, whatever you want to call it. You are going to be making your pancakes smaller than usual. You just need like something, a measuring cup or a scoop that will give you a fairly equal amount of sizes for each pancake that you fry. My pan is already being heated on the stove. You want to make sure the pan is hot enough. Once the pan is heated enough, you're going to lower your heat really well. Okay, you want to have like this blue heat that you're seeing, the blue flame you're seeing on my burner right now. When the pan is hot, you just want to use a brush to scoop some oil, cooking oil or butter if you like, and lightly brush your pan. How to achieve a round pancake? I don't know how to explain this. You shouldn't have any oil on the pan except for the brushing. Your pan should just be shining, showing that it has been greased. Do you get what I mean? So we don't want to be seeing oil rising above the surface. Otherwise, if you have that oil, when you scoop in your flour, you're not going to achieve a smooth edge around your round pancakes. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I think you will understand what I mean. If there is oil rising above the surface of the pan, when you scoop in your butter, your pancake batter, it's going to start boiling at the edges, and then you will have floury pancakes, something like that. Okay, good. So while that is going on, I'm going to prepare a fruit platter. So you want to slice some kiwis, right? You can do this with literally any fruit you want, but I'm using kiwis, oranges, and a lot of berries. Okay, so slice the kiwis and then line the sides of the flat plate or the platter, whatever you're using. Okay, and then you're going to get one large orange, okay, and slice it in half moons, okay, and then line the other side of the pan with it. Now when you finish doing that, you are going to take your berries, your strawberries, your blackberries, your blueberries, all kinds of berries, and then you're just going to top whatever remaining space is in the middle, and also over the oranges. Okay, put the black or the dark looking fruit all around the oranges and the kiwis, and it's just going to come out looking very beautiful, like you see here. Don't you love this? It's very colorful, it's very beautiful, and it definitely draws children's attention. Okay, so if you want your children to be eating breakfast, you want to be putting colorful fruits on their breakfast. What's that?
Come here. I'm the tiny. V. Here.
Country lanes and coastal plains, endless views that we're passing through, making our way to a distant place, just us two, somewhere new. Watch the sky fade into the night. With you, my arms, nothing can go wrong. We'll fall asleep on a starlit beach, just us two, somewhere new. Somewhere new.
I will also be making some scrambled eggs. What I use to make my scrambled eggs, I mix some eggs with creme fraiche, that's basically heavy cream, and then salt, right? And then I grease my pan with butter, okay? I don't put cooking oil. I grease my pan with butter, and then I mix everything thoroughly, pour in the pan after it has heated up, and I will immediately use a scoop or a ladle or a spoon, a flat spoon, okay, to just gently scoop everything. What I want to get, I don't want them to be scrambled like British scrambled eggs. You know, I've been to the UK, and all the scrambled eggs I ate in the hotels that I was lodging at looked like popcorn. Like they were really very, scrambly. I don't want that. So you want to get like very fluffy, foamy, melting in the mouth, okay, feel to your scrambled eggs. Don't let them burn. You don't want too much heat, so lower your flame to low to medium, and then you're gonna pour that mixture and just slightly scoop them on top of each, as if you're trying to flip, but not necessarily flipping, okay? And then to that, I'm going to just put over some freshly cut parsley leaves, okay, green leaves. It gives it a nice look and taste as well, okay? You don't even need to have any browning on it at all. Once the egg mixture has set, you need to take it off the heat. The rest of the heat in the pan is going to do the remaining job of setting those eggs, okay? So don't allow it to burn.
Hello, baby. Hello, home. Hello, Anna. Till it's gone. Still, I love her. It's getting late. So from my eyes go to another.
So I am also making granolas. My little girl is helping out. Yeah, so I'm making just yogurt and granola mixture. They call it parfait, but I don't think if this is enough to be called parfait. Basically, I mixed some Greek yogurt with maple syrup to sweeten it, and then I put them in these ramekin cups. That's what I have. Yeah, and then I will put some berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries over it, and then I'll sprinkle some granola on top, and that's it. Just a little bit of everything, and to also have a balance, we want protein, we want fruit, we want vitamins, we want carbs, a mixture of every, good thing. Yeah.
Come back again. We'll come round. We'll come round. Call it thunder, call it rain, never after.
So this cake stand, okay, is a glass cake stand. I bought it from Winners, I think. You can also find it in Home Sense. I think they are the same chain, right? So yeah, for 12 Canadian dollars, 12 point something, roughly, let's just call it 13 Canadian dollars, okay? So you want to use that. I had already cleaned it, and it's dried off. So to set it up, I'm sorry that I'm backing the camera. I'm blocking the camera from showing you what I'm doing, but really what I did was the cinnamon rolls. I made 2 steps, okay, 2 tiers of 4 cinnamon rolls per tier, and then on the other side, on one side, right, leaving space on the other side. The other side, I'm going to be scooping the French toast over it, and then in the middle, the space left in the middle, I'm going to be topping the pancakes over there. So you have cinnamon rolls, pancakes in the middle, and French toast on the other side. Look at that. Then you want every pastry, okay, to have its place on the stand, right? And so when you finish doing this, you're just going to top it with berries, only berries, no fruit that drips water. So basically you must have dried your fruit. That's what I have that vegetable dehydrator with for. Okay, I use it for dehydrating my salads and everything, fruits, right? So after washing them, you dehydrate them with that thing, and so there's no water dripping, because if there's water dripping from the fruit, it's going to soak up the pancakes, and you don't want that. So drizzle some icing sugar over it and then set it on a table. So look at the table. There's nothing. This is for my family. It doesn't look to look. It doesn't need to look so exceptional, right? But I tried my best, and it looks very beautiful. So we have the fruit platter, we have the salad, we have the cake stand with the pastries, the cinnamon rolls, the French toast, the pancakes on them with fruits, and we have the scrambled eggs on the side. I also used this boat. I bought it at Home Sense as well. I've forgotten the price. Sorry, I've forgotten how much I bought this. Okay, to pour the maple syrup, so people get to pour by themselves. Okay, and guess what, guys? My family loved it, especially my children. I mean, it was Mother's Day, so yeah, everybody was so happy. They were praying for me. That's that, guys. If you ever want to throw a birthday party or any kind of party, for breakfast, just come to this video and pick some ideas. I hope this was very helpful. The children wanted to drink chocolate with marshmallows, and that's what I made for them. Hubby and I had coffee. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.